Elon Musk is known for his innovative thinking and bold ideas. Here are some quotes attributed to Elon Musk. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Some people don't like change. But you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. Really pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. Hardly anyone does that, and it's incredibly helpful. Constantly seek criticism. A well-thought-out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. Work like hell. You just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves the odds of success. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. You want to be extra rigorous about making the best possible thing you can. Find everything that's wrong with it and fix it. Seek negative feedback, particularly from friends. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. If you're going to create a company, your odds of success are dramatically improved if you focus on making a product or service that is 10 times better than the competition. I always have optimism, but I'm realistic. It was not with the expectation of great success that I started Tesla or SpaceX. It's just that I thought they were important enough to do anyway. The first order of business is to have a goal that is worthwhile and will require your best effort to achieve. I think the best way to attract venture capital is to try and come up with a demonstration of whatever product or service it is, and ideally take that as far as you can. Just see if you can sell that to real customers and start generating some momentum. I always invest my own money in the companies that I create. I don't believe in the whole thing of just using other people's money. I don't think that's right. I'm not going to ask other people to invest in something if I'm not prepared to do so myself. The reality is gas prices should be much more expensive than they are because we're not incorporating the true damage to the environment and the hidden costs of mining oil and transporting it to the U.S. Whenever you have an unpriced externality, you have a bit of a market failure. To the degree that eternally can be priced and taxed, the market will do a better job allocating resources. It's definitely true that the fundamental enabling technology for electric cars is lithium-ion as a cell. That's the heart of the electric car. You can think of electric cars as the equivalent of analog cell phones. There's a huge amount of potential for improvement. The idea of lying on a beach as my main thing just sounds like the worst. It sounds horrible to me. I would go bonkers. I would have to be on serious drugs. I'd be super-duper bored. I like high intensity. I do think there is a lot of potential if you have a compelling product and people are willing to pay a premium for that. I think that is what Apple has shown. You can buy a much cheaper cell phone or laptop, but Apple's product is so much better than the alternative, and people are willing to pay that premium.